Maxx Crosby, exactly the kind of player that every team is looking for. If any team had half of its roster full of Maxx Crosbys, it would be a perennial champion. He explained to us the mindset, some of these younger players. What do I got to do to be like you? Well, let's go work out at 6 in the morning. They come for a couple of days, and then they don't. He has that work ethic. He finds a way to get his work in everywhere he is. He's committed. He's relentless. He's driven. And now he's got a new contract. And that's a little surprising because we weren't sure he wanted to stay. And apparently he's heard enough that he's willing to sign on. And if you give him enough money, maybe his priorities change. I'll just be the best player I can, and I'll leave it to others to put good players around me. But regardless, now, we'll get the details. But it's being sold as the richest non-quarterback contract in NFL history. And part of that's predictable because the cap keeps going up. The great players are going to get paid. Yes, the contracts keep going up. But they made him an offer he couldn't refuse. And even if he has misgivings about the Raiders, it's hard to have misgivings about being offered that kind of money, Chris.
Well, it is. It is that. I mean, we love the guy, right? I mean, he's arguably my favorite player in football, certainly on the short list. Personality-wise, the way he plays, everything he embodies, right? I mean, defensive end-wise, he's the Tom Brady of defensive ends. That makes sense why they want him there, to keep him as a marquee piece for the franchise going forward. He embodies everything that Pete Carroll wants. Compete, crazy, pedal to the metal, right? Emotions and energy, play after play after play. He doesn't get hurt. The new GM, John Spytek, a Michigan guy, right, who I think appreciates that type of style and the approach Maxx Crosby has. So, yes, it's a team that we know is not ready to go to the Super Bowl or do anything like that. And, yeah, Maxx Crosby's got a few questions, certainly, and he should, about the direction of the organization. But this, I think, just of course, eases the pain. Like, hey, here's a little money. We love you. We think you're awesome. We want you to be the face of the franchise here. And we're building this and selling you as one of the key pieces to get players here. And that might make him a little impatient, but this new contract will soothe it and buy them some time to where he doesn't get too antsy and, again, just shows their great appreciation for how awesome he is.
They've got Maxx Crosby and they've got Brock Bowers.
That's it.
And that's it. All due respect to the rest of the Raiders, you have two great players who stand out. The challenge now is to fill around those two. And on the defensive side of the ball, Crosby is clearly the face of the franchise. They had a press conference yesterday after he signed the new contract, $106.5 million, 3-year extension with $91 million guaranteed. Again, we'll get all the details. Here's the details from Crosby when asked the question of what it means to be the face of the franchise.
The titles and all that stuff is amazing, but I truly just want to win. You know, I don't care about all the other stuff that, that comes with it. You know, obviously it means a lot to me being a part of the silver and black alone, the history. I feel like, I've said it a million times. I feel like I was meant to be a Raider. I love being here. I love the people. And you look at all the legends that created what this brand is, and that's winning. Ted Hendricks, Marcus Allen, Charles Woodson, the guys like that, the ones that I look up to, that's what I want to solidify. And those guys are all about winning. So, it's one thing to be a face of a franchise, but I want to be a winner. And that's truly all that matters to me.
He's come a long way in 4 weeks. It's only been 4 weeks since we met with him at the Super Bowl. And through talking to him, you and I both came to the conclusion.
Yeah, he was dicey. It felt dicey. Like, you could tell he was like, I'm not sure where it's going, and I've had some talks with him, and we'll see a little bit. It was a little bit like that, right? That's what it felt like.
It was right after the Myles Garrett thing, which made it even more impactful to me because I'm thinking, is he thinking about
did this give him an idea? Right.
Myles Garrett's thinking about?
Right.
And new contract addresses those concerns.
Yeah.
And now we go forward. And hey, Tom Brady's 0 for 2 when it comes to attracting new talent. Ben Johnson, swing and a miss. Matthew Stafford, swing and a miss. But I got a feeling Brady had something to do. I don't know this. I got a feeling it had something to do with talking Crosby into seeing things his way and recognizing, hey, look, you want to find guys who think like you, I think like you, and I'm
Exactly.
looking for guys who think like us.
Exactly.
We want guys like
Right.
that. And if we
Right.
have guys in here who don't think and act like us, they're not going to be here, and we're going to find somebody else. And we're going to keep doing it until we find more guys who are wired like you.
That's where
And
I think
me.
he gets exactly, and that's where I said it. I say he's the Tom Brady of DNs, right? It's what he embodies. He's got that same, work ethic, everyday, detailed edginess about him to get better. All of that. His just as you hear the answer there, the history, the knowledge of the game, all that. There's great appreciation. So organizations, of course, love all that stuff that Maxx Crosby brings to the table. Then you add on top of it that he doesn't come off the field ever. He never takes his foot off the gas pedal, and he's damn awesome, and he gives them an edge on the football field. Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer, and good for them to get it done, and for a team that's got a lot of money, and they know they got a future here where they're going to have to spend some money and get some players acquiring. This is the guy now. Oh, we don't have to worry about it. It's all done. This is the one contract where you may be worried about, we have to plan for this in the future if we're going to sign this guy or that guy. That's done. It's planned. It's spoken for, and now they can really figure out their organization. And then on top of that, Maxx Crosby can buy some more chains because that was a new one he wore yesterday. I haven't seen that one either. And damn, he's got quite the what do I want to say? Treasure
Collection?
chest, a collection of damn chains. Holy crap, he does. Buy me one.
Yeah.
Max, come on.
I tell you what, though, if there's any group of Chilean nationals that is roaming the countryside
You're funny.
and thinking about robbing Maxx
Yeah,
Crosby,
don't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
Don't do
I
it.
wouldn't do it because law enforcement would be the least of your concern
That's right.
if you rob Maxx
That's
Crosby.
right. Exactly.
Stick with the quarterbacks.
Yeah, much easier. Much easier. Max looks like he might let you in the house to go, I'm going to torture the hell out of these people. Let them in so I can beat their asses.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.